Something to do with that. I got the streets on my back. Carry it like I'm moving the. I told him to hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning. Skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning. I had me a by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a in my shoulder. You got a vision. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth. Man, who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, the rest. Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No cost. I want that cost. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip.
All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles. It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And now off to the races, down the right side. Touchdown, Packers. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Packers have taken the early lead. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. Extra point, hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So the penalty now moves it up. It's 2nd and 10.
Go!
Working from the gun, Wentz. And he's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Mike Daniels in there to get him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Rip.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is caught by Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. From the gun, it's Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Wentz going to throw. Escaping and the pressure gets to him again. Kyler Fackrell in there to get him. And this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. To throw, it's Wentz. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jones. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Now, they told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Hey, 626.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The first carry now for the BYU man is Jamal Williams. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter about to get underway with the Packers in possession of the football. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the 1st half.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. That's going to set him back 5 yards. So on now for the Packers at their all-time leading scorer, Mason Crosby. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Crosby puts it through, And the lead moves to 10-zip. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run. They go play action here on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. A very solid gain of 27.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Now Wentz throwing on second down. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Now Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And the kick by Elliott is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, and the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. So a pick 6 there out of the nickel package. They went with 5 DBs.
Almost becoming the base package in the NFL is the nickel. Hard to throw against. That was demonstrated one more time. A pick 6 going the other way.
And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half. We'll come back to Philadelphia after this. They begin the drive with Williams. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Jimmy Graham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Now a play fake. Rodgers. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers, steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he's got room. Guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Here we go. 120.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here we go. 120.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. And he's caught right at the 10-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Elliott puts this one through. So we've come to halftime here in Philly with the Eagles on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Wentz to throw on 2nd down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
81.
Now Wentz. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Taken from just outside the 30. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Packer football here, 1st down and 10. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And now before this 4th and 2 play comes to fruition, they're going to think about it and call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Let's go, come on.
Yeah.
after that one.
Here in the third quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a fourth down play.
Wide left.
They'll pitch it out to Jones. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Again, it's Jones. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
319. Wide left. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. Hey, 50. 319.
Again, this to Jones. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On second down, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They didn't need a big play there. They just needed a conversion, but I'm really downplaying it, aren't I? Getting a conversion, picking up a 1st down, not easy in any aspect. How about that one right there?
Yeah, with the dive, knew where the line to gain was, went soaring past it.
Yeah, that's doing it by any means necessary.
And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They come out here in the eye. Now Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great effort there with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Packers have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Now Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
Here we go. 120.
Now Wentz on third down. It's caught by Aguilar. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Wentz. Got to have this one. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Ram.
On 1st down, Wentz. Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And now it's 2nd down. But not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Wentz will try again on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Again, it's Wentz. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead, it just brings up 4th down. Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down? Got to try it here. He's back to throw. This is caught by Jackson. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Into the red zone. Wentz under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Shotgun now for Wentz. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, 88, 88. Get reset. Hey, easy.
They'll go again to Jones. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. On 3rd down, that's Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the Sticks. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. And they try to sweep to Jones. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And across the midfield stripe into Eagle territory. Defensively, it was Avonte Maddox with a tackle. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Rodgers throwing here. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Brandon Graham in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Rodgers. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down.
They got the completion, but they didn't get the first down, so you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. Here's J.K. Scott now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late-game situation. What are we going to do?
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Packers, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they're going to fall to 3-1 as they suffer their first loss. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the Washington Redskins. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long.